Good morning, everyone. I was up last night filming the super blue blood moon, and what an experience that was. So for those of you that don't know, the super blue blood moon is a very rare occasion. I think the next time it's going to happen is in 150 years, so I will never see one of those again. We will never see one of those again. The reason why it was so special is there were 3 events all happening at once. So you had the super moon, which is where the Earth in its elliptical orbit is as close to the Earth as possible, that you could see it in a full moon. It was a blue moon for people in America. I think parts of Australia didn't get the blue moon aspect of it, but all that is you get 2 full moons within the same month. And then you had the blood moon, which is where the Earth's shadow is cast onto the moon. So you sort of see the full moon, and then you see the shadow casting over it, and then it turns red. So separately, those things happen fairly often, but for all of them to happen at the same time on the same night, that's what made it so special. I went for a run down on the beach, and that was as the moon was rising. So it was about 6, 7 o'clock, and there were just people everywhere on the beach with their cameras out taking pictures, because it's a bit of an optical illusion. But as the moon rises, it generally looks bigger. So because it was a supermoon, as it was rising, it looked gigantic. So I was running down the Strand, and you just saw this massive yellow disc on the horizon. It was amazing. I was so happy to be a part of it and just witness it. Yeah, it was a really cool moment. I'm interested to hear, did you guys watch it? Is it something that interests you? I'm now fully switched over to this camera. I have one more project coming out, and that is the dining table. Actually, let me show that to you guys. And then once that project video is done, then that's it for my old camera. Everything will be on this new camera now. There she is. I'm super happy with how this turned out. It's not perfect. It's actually very far from perfect, but it's certainly good enough for me. I haven't actually had a chance to use it yet because I don't have chairs, but once I do, I can't wait to invite the family over, and all 6 of us can sit around a dining room table in the house, in the air conditioning, and away from all the bugs outside. Speaking of air conditioning, that got installed last week. It's made such a difference. So there was that one installed. That is the one that runs most of the days. It sort of, it just does the whole house. And then in the bedroom, there's another one up on that wall. So that old clanger is going to be pulled out. It's been pretty quiet in the shop this week. Finishing off the dining table is obviously the most important thing that I've had on the go. And my day job has just been super busy. But what I have been able to do is get started on this cladding. So this is cement sheet. It's battened up behind some treated timber. And I'm going to run this all the way down the wall. I've gone for this look because this is the same as upstairs. I originally wanted to weatherboard the whole thing, but it's just way too expensive. So I'm hoping to get all of this cement sheet up this week, and then I can think about the weatherboard on that end. The workshop, meanwhile, is it's a total disaster at the moment. The dining table, I've been trying to finish it for like the last however many months, and so coming up to the finish line, I just bashed it all together and off I went, and I haven't been worried about cleaning up in here as I go. So today I'm going to spend some time cleaning up, and I've also got a very cool project that I've been wanting to do for a long time, the longest of times, but I just haven't had a chance. But I'm going to put some time into it this week. A while ago, Psycho Axeman, one of the long-time supporters of this channel, gave me this casting of his hand. I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and I said I'd do something with it. I haven't got around to it, I just haven't had time, and I'm going to stop making excuses. So today I'm actually going to start working on this project. What I plan on doing is getting some MDF similar to this. I'm going to get some pine and create some letters out of some pine, paint them white to go with the hand, and then sit that in an orange light box with some LED lights, and then that will sit on the wall. And I think it's going to look pretty cool. It'll just be some nice decor for the shop, which I don't have enough of. So Psycho Axeman, I'm going to put this to use finally.
This short video to receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
It's Friday today and I didn't get around to finishing that project yesterday. The paint just wasn't thick enough, and I know you're not supposed to paint directly onto MDF without a primer, but normally you can get away with it if the paint is good quality. So I've had to put that on hold and I just haven't got to the store yet to get the paints. So that's where we are with that at the moment. But I've spent the afternoon putting in some more of those panels up on the outside of the workshop wall, and I've just got that one last small section to go, but I'm now out of 2x4s. But it's cool, I'll probably be able to finish that this weekend. So one last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, the bedside table. Man, what a cool response to that video. People just really liked it. It was so cool to get it out and get that immediate response. It's been quite interesting in terms of the metrics and analytics of the video. The video took off on Reddit, so it got to the front page of Reddit, which at that point I just sort of like dropped the mic, closed down my channel. It doesn't get any better than this. But it didn't really do very well on YouTube, which is interesting. So all the traffic that it got, 100,000 views in 12 hours, didn't actually get the ball rolling or get it going on YouTube. So what's ended up happening is you've had it just sort of skyrocket, drop, and then within 2 days, I'd gone from 100,000 new views, 1,000 new subscribers, straight back to where I was. And it's almost like because it didn't pick up on YouTube, there was just no longevity in it at all. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It was an awesome Sunday. What a roller coaster ride. But it was just very interesting to see how just because something takes off on an external site doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to work within YouTube. But for like 12 hours, that was my best video far and away. The concrete countertop didn't even come close to it. So what a cool experience. Now obviously, now I need to try and replicate that again. But yeah, it was one of those nice little, don't worry, you're doing all right. Your channel's not growing as much as your friends, but you're still doing all right. So I'm taking that as a win. All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you have a very good weekend, and I'll talk to you in the next video.